Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned into Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection Workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here, it's not just about fixing cars, it's about keeping you rolling and saving you money, giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters, the weird noises to the what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, and a few good laughs. And I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and we are shifting into drive this morning. Well, good morning and welcome to another Motormouth morning drive. And we've made it through the weekend, sort of, kind of, maybe. Yeah, I ended up cutting grass late yesterday because we have some weather coming in apparently. So we'll have the daily weather report coming up in just a few moments. Stay with us. It just arrived. I don't know if you're going to like it or not. But anyways, things are looking more better, and just in case, we'll just make it sound more betterer. Well, good morning, and thank you to all of you who sent questions in last week. Very much appreciated. Great job again. So I'd like to say thank you to our participants last week on Saturday for our Saturday morning Q&A. John, Sandra, and Frank, great job, great questions. If you missed the show, you can catch that on our homepage of our website, because everything we talk about here and everywhere else lives at our website. It's the biggest drawer we have in our toolbox. All our program partners are there on our homepage, and we thank each and every one of them for making Car Connection possible to you. Here on podcast, all the platforms, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Podbean, and the like. So wherever you're pulling your podcasts from, type in the search bar Car Connection Workshop. You will find us there. Top right-hand corner of our homepage, you'll find our YouTube link, Facebook, Instagram, Stevensville on the web. We are listed there as an expert in our field, and we have articles and bloopers. And just by clicking on the businesses tab, you'll be able to open up the whole thing, and have a look, see what's going on there, because there's lots of things going on. Kicking off first week of June, Springfest, downtown Stevensville. Yeah, I got voluntold for the dunk tank. Okay, yeah, I know. I got my outfit picked out. I'm just hoping the water is slightly above 34 degrees, because I'm going to be in and out of that tank all day in downtown Stevensville for Springfest. I think I'm going to take a heater of some kind. Yeah, a block heater that you can submerge in there. I'll put it in the night before. I'll slide by there and put it in the night before. What do you think? I think it could work. I really do. I won't get electrocuted because it'll just heat the water up ahead of time. Anyhow, come and join us there. Lots of activities going on that weekend. That is weekend of the 6th of June. Come and join Stevensville and meet and greet the community, as well as all the family-owned and operated business owners will be out there as well, having a great time. It kind of shuts the town down, but it's all for a good cause, to raise money for the community, doing things in the community. Anyhow, let's move on this morning. That's happening. Fundraiser for Crystal Ridge Dream Center on Friday night. The roast beef dinner was out of this world, and I think they almost sold out. We're like 180 meals. And the evening was filled with all kinds of, they did an auction, silent auction, and door prizes, giveaways, and the kids from the music class on the with their after school. I'll get it out here sooner or later. After school program did a bang up job. You know, it takes a lot of guts to get up there on stage. It was a great time had by all, and the meal was just top drawer. So let's jump in this morning. Again, top right-hand corner on our homepage, you'll find our YouTube channel. And just a reminder, lots of you are enjoying the videos, but you're not subscribed. We're still seeing like 93%. I haven't checked analytics today, but I will sometime during the day. Today is video day. Skippy will be by earlier this morning, and we'll shoot some new videos and load up some more videos. This week's videos are already loaded and ready to go, starting with 2 for Tuesday and 1 for Friday. So we'll be loading up for next week. So continue to watch the mini series on the 2007 FJ Cruiser, Toyota FJ Cruiser, all the upgrades, all the things I'm showing you, all the things I look for, not only on your automobile, but on my own. And so it's all back together now. I finished it Saturday night. It's running. Everything is running well. And I just need to change the summies over and do some brake maintenance for sure. And I know that was a bit of a differential odor in the back right wheel. So we need to pay close attention to why could I smell diff oil. And these are the things you can do around your own car. If you smell, hear, or suspect there's something not quite feeling right with your car, go with that gut. Go with that gut feeling. I'll tell you what, that can end up being a $200 job that changes into a $5,000 repair. So don't go there. And that's what would have happened to the FJ had I just said, oh, it's just a chirping belt. No, it wasn't. You'll have to watch the videos to find out what it was. It would have been an absolute catastrophe. How much damage? Lots of damage. Lots of damage. That was a prime example. A smaller job would have turned into a major. So watch the series on all our videos. They're all designed to teach you 5 things: what it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and how you could have learned just some basic automobile ownership fundamentals that can prevent you thousands of dollars in needless repairs. So all the videos are designed to teach you. So whether you know something about a vehicle or absolute nothing, whether you're a single mom, a single gal, a single fella, or a widow, and your husband used to look after all that stuff, you can learn enough from our videos. There's over 400 elements there for you to enjoy and learn the basics. That's where you're going to prevent yourself from being taken advantage of at the repair shop. And I've fielded that email for 32 years now. And people sending me the invoice and going, can you look it over and see if I was taken advantage of at the service center? And the first thing I always say is, did you ask any questions? Or did you just grab your keys in a huff, paid the bill, and marched out? Not the way to do it. So we'll cover that sometime this week. We're going to break that down into some bite-sized chunks so that you can learn some things that will protect you when you go into the service department with your vehicle. You need to pay attention, and you only need to know some basic rules of engagement that will help you. So let's jump into today's Motormouth morning drive. Let's kick it off by having our favorite morning beverage, whatever that is. And we'd like to thank Niagara Block at 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931. They make all the blocks there, designer blocks, basic cinder blocks, colored blocks. They do it all. They do it all there since 1931. It's amazing how those things are created. And I got a tour a couple of weeks back with David Grimo, the family next generation, Kathy and David Grimo, husband and wife team, and Dan, the brother. Those guys, it's just crazy amazing, all the equipment they've built to create blocks. And do we pay attention about that? Not at all. We look at a building, we go, yeah, it's okay, yeah, it's all right, it's put together. Well, it wouldn't be put together if it wasn't for a company like Niagara Block. Their specialty is hardscape landscaping. materials. They have every material known to mankind, including Kathy has a list of contractors. So if you have a project that you want to get off the ground, you want a contractor you know that you can count on, connect with Kathy Grimo in the front office at Niagara Block, and she'll set you up. She'll set you up with somebody who can estimate, come out, estimate, put the deal together, get started, and finish the job. So if you're looking to create that outdoor space, that outdoor family living space that you've always wanted, they can get it done. That simple. You will love the materials that you see, that you can make that special space extra special and put your touch on it and call it your own. So thank you to the Grimo family and Niagara Block for bringing our morning swiggy together. So if you're just peeling through the drive-through this morning, remember it is Monday morning, you may want to double check your order. I'm just saying, we came out of a weekend and it's bright and early and it's Monday morning. On 3, 2, 1, away we go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. That is a keeper this morning. Awesome. That is a sip, a swiggy of awesomeness. Well, may the 4th be with you this morning. That is the title of what we're going to be talking about. What does that mean? No, it's not the Star Wars edition, but I've waited all year to be able to say that, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Wonderful. It was so wonderful. I'm going to say it again. May the 4th be with you today. When you're out on the roadways, keep both eyes open, both hands on the wheel, and an eye on your morning beverage. Pass over the 16-pack of Crayola crayons and the freshly pressed leaf bag for your passenger to take some notes this morning. But if you miss anything, all of our podcasts automatically upload to our YouTube channel. So all those contact points are there for you in the top right-hand corner of our homepage at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. You'll also see my email addresses in the description boxes. I take extra care putting those description boxes together for our YouTube videos and our podcast to give you extra information that I will not have covered in either the video or the podcast. So take your time to read the description boxes, because I do that on purpose so that you'll learn. You need to learn the basics of automobile ownership. No matter what your circumstances are, you're 89 or 29 for the 8th year in a row. We're kind of figuring that one out, just so you know. Thank you to our certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro, for making this morning's daily weather report available. If you have questions with regards to debt, investment portfolio, estate planning, arranging a mortgage, life insurance, critical illness insurance, or you have just absolutely no idea what you're doing, you need to work with a CFP, not an advisor like at a bank where they just sell you you're just, the next person gets out of the chair, guess what you get? Same thing that person got. That's not how it works, folks. Tony and Larry have been my financial planners for over 20 years, and I'll tell you what, they do tax planning, they do all the stuff to help you to move forward. So whatever your goals and dreams are, don't let them wash down the drain. Get that discovery meeting. We call it the hour and the coffee. You can book it with Tony or Larry. Just pick their logo on the homepage of our website. Don't be afraid. The phone doesn't weigh 600 pounds. Sit down with either one and put the cards on the table. No condemnation. And you can leave your wallet and your purse at home. They're not going to be asking you for any money. They're not selling you anything. It's your time with them, complimentary. They want to reach out to our Car Connection listeners and have for, since July of 2007. They don't need any more clients. They've got a lot to look after. But if you need help, they're there for you. So connect with them and get your questions answered. Don't do a survey with your peeps, your neighbors, your coworkers. If they're not standing where you want to be, then they really should not be taking any advice from whatsoever. Same with car advice. Folks, neighbors, they have their place in the world like cats. And, they may be trying to be helpful, but I can't tell you the number of times wrong information has been given and it's cost you parts and labor and the problem's not fixed. You've got to talk to those who have the fruit on the tree. Just like I do. I got the morning weather report in the Niagara region. Here it is. Thank you, Tony and Larry, our certified financial planning professionals, making Car Connection and our YouTube channel possible. 47 degrees right now, partly cloudy. The wind is making it feel a whole lot colder this morning, about 34 degrees. Clear conditions from 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. with windy conditions expected around 9 a.m. this morning. Today's temperature range, here it is, 47 degrees to clickety-click, 66. And it's going to feel more like with that wind. The wind is very sharp coming off the Lake Erie, that is. 34 degrees to 60. That's far better than the weekend. Because yesterday was 53. We topped out at 53 yesterday. And today, we could possibly hit a home run at clickety-click, 66. There you have it. Well, that's what we got for May the 4th. So how long would you keep your car and how long would it last if you actually followed a proper maintenance plan? Well, I got some good news and gooder good news. The page is up on our website that sports our brand new, redesigned, and created just for you, our Car Connection fleet maintenance system that makes it so simple that you'll laugh. You'll probably laugh. You'll go, I didn't think it'd be that easy. So having one of those packages is going to help you to track all your vehicle maintenance all year, and it's just like a grocery list. So instead of crossing something off on your grocery list, you're going to put a little check mark in the check box with the dry erase marker and the clippy, so you don't have to go looking for your marker. It's right there where you decide to put your maintenance schedule. That is going to become your best friend in keeping an older vehicle. And we're going to continue to talk about that because I'll tell you, all the techs that I follow on YouTube and personally, they're all screaming the same thing. Don't you dare get rid of that older car. Don't you dare get rid of it. That is your shield to getting through the times we're in. Unless it's completely like you can climb in with the doors closed, rotten. Yeah, that's weight loss. You don't want any weight loss on your car. That's for sure. So if the structural integrity is done, it's over. But we're going to talk a little more. What do you do next? What do you do next? Well, that's where you get in touch with Earl and Louise Grant, husband-wife team at City Auto Sales and Leasing, and see if they've got a vehicle within your budget. But I'll tell you, you'll be able to buy with confidence and be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity, because Earl's a car guy, and I'll tell you, 20-plus years, they have the resources to find top-drawer condition vehicles. They're spotless. Low mileage, fair prices, that's what you'll find. But I don't know if they have something that meets your budget. So you need to make a phone call and connect with Earl and Louise. You'll love it there because they'll treat you amazingly well, and you can be relaxed and know that they don't sell any junk whatsoever. Nothing. It doesn't make it to their lot unless it meets Earl and Louise's standards, and their standards on what they bring to their lot is very, very high. That's the reason they've been with Car Connection for quite a few years. So we're blessed to have them, folks. Even if you got to drive 90 minutes one way to get there, that's a huge purchase. And the last thing you want is somebody else's junk in your driveway. And there's lots of it out there. I can tell you that right now. I just heard couple of horror stories on Saturday afternoon, and it's just, the hits just keep on coming. So it's great to know we have people like Earl and Louise Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing that got your back. They're not going to sell you down the road, folks. So check in with them. Let them know that I saved you a lot of time, effort, and energy to get there. And enjoy the peace of mind, most of all, because you can't put a price tag on that when you're buying a car. Never buy a car with your emotions too high. It's like going grocery shopping when you're hungry. It works exactly the same way. You'll end up with something that you really didn't think about. You really didn't think it over. You didn't slow down the process. You loved the color. The salesperson got you all excited. And next minute you're signing, and now you're paying interest and principal. So I just learned of a couple that we know. Their dead Chevrolet was dead, but it rotted out. But they wouldn't listen to me about the rust proofing. Otherwise, the car would have been... They spent a lot of money on that car, but they've got some life left in it. But they were able to... they saved up, and they were able to buy another vehicle cash. So it helped them slingshot to get there. So my hopes for them is that they've learned something from the last vehicle moving forward. Because if you do the same habits over and over again, guess what happens? You get a pencil in the eye. No, that's not true. You get a black eye. You might. But what happens is you'll just continue the same cycle. If you treated the last car like junk, you probably treated the car before that one like it was, like you've got money dripping out of your pants. Possibly. And that's crazy. And in an economy that we've cycled into, I have been through this type of economy twice. I opened our shop on the Hamilton Mountain in 1991. We were just coming out of the humongous recession from the 80s, where interest rates were 17.93%. And I had a stupid car loan. Yeah. A vehicle that I could have paid $11,200 for cost me $22,000 on the final payment. That was the tally. Do you think that was smart? I am so smart. SMRT. Yeah, I learned a lot from that. And I'll tell you what, because that cost me a lot of sweat, blood, tears, and grunt work, because at that time I was still an apprentice and getting through Mohawk College, and it was a bumpy ride for apprentices through the 80s. I can't tell you the number of times I got laid off just before Christmas. Yeah, that sucked with an S, giant S, and a K and a T. Sucked 3 times. So I had to scramble to get back in to an apprenticeship somewhere to keep moving forward so I could clock hours so I could get back to Mohawk College to do my course, because it's a 4-year course. Yeah, so it's a lot of investment in time to be a licensed mechanic in Canada, in Ontario, in any of the provinces. It's not a cakewalk. But anyways, check in with them if you're car shopping. The Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. You're safe there. That's where I'm going with that. So if you're looking, your vehicle's falling apart, it's older, it really isn't worth putting money into, go find something older. Stay away from the new stuff right now. Lots of problems. You don't want to get caught up in their nightmare, trust me, because they'll hang you out to dry. That's the car game. Don't think for 1 minute they're playing nice in the sandbox. Oh, no. They don't play nice in the sandbox. It's all about the greenbacks, my friends. It's all about money and how much they can suck out of your wallet and put you on the hook for it, paying interest and principal. You know, you want to try and buy a vehicle that's within your budget if you have to, but buy older. Stay away from the last 5 years of stuff. That's my suggestion to you. And if you don't listen, it will certainly give you a lesson. So do your homework. This is where you have to do your homework. So grab yourself a car connection maintenance system schedule that will help you and guide you completely with your vehicle maintenance. And you know what? If the odometer stopped working, it wouldn't matter, folks, because mileage does not matter when you're taking care of your automobile. It just doesn't. And finding a solid gold mechanic that doesn't wait for your car to break, but he actually helps you to stop it from breaking in the first place. That's the tech you want to get your hands on. Not someone that's selling you parts, getting the parts cannon out, but that can actually diagnose and repair. Remember, it's the four things: concern, cause, correction, confirmation. I can't tell you, I still see those classes in my mind from back in the early 2000s. Learning how to do warranty for a company, car warranty, manufacturer warranty, as well as filling in an invoice after, 11 years of our own business on the Hamilton Mountain until my health slid back and blew some discs out in my back. Dumb idea. That was bad. Changed my life instantly. Almost ended up in a wheelchair. I'm good today. I do all the stupid stuff and everything, and I'm okay. Hallelujah. Yeah. If you saw what I was doing on the weekend, you'd stand there and go, "Are you an idiot?" Yes. Yes, I am. Stand back in case I let go. It's going to hurt. Exactly. I had to get the behemoth tires off the rack, my summer tires for the FJ. I managed to do 2, and that was it for me. End of the day. It was late in the day. I got to get 2 tires down and get left sides changed over, and then I'll get the other 2 down off the rack. But we have racks in the mini barn, and when I had that built many years ago, the Amish did that for me. Built me tire racks. So the off-season tires go up in the racks, but I never expected them to be that heavy. Because they are. They're quite heavy. The little tires, 14-inch tires, they're like donuts. So let's jump in this morning. Again, may the 4th be with you when it comes to taking care of your automobile. As I've already mentioned, and we're going to be harping on it for a while because we want to make sure that everybody gets the message. Stay away from the new stuff. If you have the new stuff and some of it that's falling apart, the engine issues the GM has with the 5.3, 6.2. I mean, there's a lot of engine problems right now. And you diesel guys, good luck, brothers. I'm a diesel tech, and I'm just looking at it and seeing what's going on. These CP4 pumps on the F-Series Duramax, if you don't get that off there and you think they got your back, think again. Think again, because if that CP4 pump goes when you're out of warranty, you're looking at about $15,000 US. So we'll talk about that another time, but you need to do your homework, guys. Whether it's the Duramax baby or the full-blown, that CP4 pump is a nightmare. And if you don't know how to take care of a diesel, and even if you do, that pump just comes apart. It's a piece of junk, and they know it. But it's going to be on you if you're outside of warranty, and that's what I'm warning you about. So where do you go to get the information? Head over to the NHTSA website, National Highway Traffic Safety Act, and get your hands on the information firsthand. What's going on between consumer and manufacturer, what's going on with some of the tragic engineering boondoggles. Boondoggles? Yeah, we'll take it. Boondoggles. That's it. Yeah, they are. They're boondoggles. We shouldn't be seeing engines blown up. We shouldn't be seeing diesel fuel injection pumps turning into instant shrapnel, totally destroying your vehicle's fuel system. That means injectors, injector lines, fuel tanks. the whole thing has to be all taken apart and cleansed out, and you need to change the pump out. So if you put another CP4 pump in there, guess what? Yeah. Here's the thing. If you take a hammer out of your toolbox and you bonk yourself in the head with it, you're going to say, ouch, that hurts, and it instantly left a mark. So if you go back into your hammer drawer and pick another hammer and try it again to see if it hurts instantly and leaves a mark, would that be doing a good thing or a stupid thing? It'd be a stupid thing. You're doing the same thing twice, and guess what? You are going to get the same result. And this is what we're seeing going on. Toyota's got issues with engines that are not clean inside. They've got some kind of debris. They're not really saying what it is, but it's a Tacoma issue. And that engine goes into a number of their vehicles, and those engines are failing. And I'm really disappointed in that because, I've had Toyota since I was 16, and I've never had a bad one. And I've probably had at least 25 minimum. Because I was also buying and fixing them up and selling them, and people loved it. I was fixing Celicas all the time. I would pick up Celicas, and I had a number of different ones myself. The last one I owned, I restored a 1982 black on black 6-speed Toyota Celica, and I still have seller's remorse on that. Car was amazing. It was amazing. So head over to the NHTSA. We call it NHTSA, but it's NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Act, and you can tap in to their investigation and have a look at documentation there as well. Number 2, a big reminder, we have made it through the month of April, believe it or not. We have, and we are in the month of May now, just a couple of days in. It's May the 4th. Be with you. Reminder, if you haven't changed your winter tires over, it's time to get that done. I know the weather's been kind of bouncy, and we haven't been able to tap into our 30-day fuel savings challenge, which will put a minimum of $100 of savings back in your fuel tank based on your action and activity on the 30-day challenge. Would mean you either put less or more. Yeah, more-ish cash back in your pocket. So we got to get to at least 62. I prefer 65 and steady Eddie. Then we can really crank out a 30-day fuel savings challenge that you'll be plenty happy with if you participate 100%. You'll see a difference, and it will make you a little giddy putting some money back, savings in your pocket. Well, the buzzword everywhere where I've done research comes up exactly the same, and the techs are screaming it to their customers. These are guys that are passionate about what they do, and they're seeing what's going on out there in the industry. Engines that are and transmissions that are failing. There's just very bad engineering right now. So the last 5 years, so I would say 2020, 2021 and under would be your shopping zone. Anything above that, I would run like the blazes if I were you. I don't even care if you found one that was hermetically sealed in a big plastic bag. If you want headaches, go ahead and grab one. But right now, we need to let the car manufacturers sort out their poop. Who wants to spend that kind of money, like I just talked about for the diesel guys, the Duramax, popping its cookies. When the injection pump shatters and comes all apart in shrapnel and sends that through your entire fuel system and you're out of warranty, you get the big kiss off, my friend. That's what you're going to get. And it's out of your pocket, and it's going to be big money. So I use that as an example of what's going on out there. Engines failing. If you're out of warranty, guess what? That's what they're waiting for. They're hoping if they've had to give you a second motor and taking the same junk out and putting the same junk back in, that's like the hammer story I just told you. Is the second hammer that you whack your head with going to feel any different than the first one? No. I can't tell you how I know that. But no, it doesn't. Does not feel different. So what they're hoping for, and this is their words, quote unquote, the second motor will see you past the warranty line. And then it's your dime. Then they have an out. Is that fair? Absolutely not. It's disgusting. That's what it is. So I'm not in the corner of the manufacturers or the engineers. It's like, you know what, you guys, you screwed up, own up, fess up, and take ownership of it. Instead, they're going to play the car game on you. Oh, yes, Mrs. Smith, we'll put a brand new engine in there. Same junk they pulled out. Their hope is you make it outside a warranty and then they don't have to cover you. Isn't that nice? And Toyota's doing the same thing. They know they have a motor problem. Something happened in manufacturing. The engines have some kind of debris inside and it's causing problems and the engines are going south. You screwed up, fess up, own the problem, and take care of the customer. Is that big a deal? You know what that is? Good old-fashioned service. That's what it is. Good old-fashioned customer service. Take care of the customer. So let's dive into that. The buzzword is many are sharing older is better. That's a consensus. Out of about 6 or 8 fellas that I watch that are good fellas, they're in it to help you. And they're saying you got to stay away from this junk because they're seeing it on a daily basis. The one chap at his shop had 3 of the same, from the same manufacturer, same model, same problem. All 3. Is that a pattern failure? I would say so. Yeah, absolutely, I would say so. That's a pattern failure. And out of warranty. So that means the manufacturer's off the hook, and they know it's a pattern failure. Like I said, they are playing the car game on you, so you better get sharper. They'll fix it with their hope that the next time it goes, you're out of warranty and they don't have to cover it. And you can say, well, that's not right. Well, good luck. You're going to get the kiss off is what you're going to get. So keep your oldie going is my biggest suggestion to all of you. Just like myself, I'm not getting into the car payment thing. I am so not interested in paying interest and principal. Go get something that you can pay it off and march down the road and take really good care of that automobile. Treat it like it's the last one that you'll ever be able to buy. That's the mindset you have to build, folks. That this is the last vehicle we're ever going to be able to buy. And with regards to all these EV issues, it's getting worse, just so you know. And my heart goes out to those who have them, whether it's a hybrid or, and that's the other thing, just quick. The Toyota hybrid shares the same engine that's going south in the Tacomas because the engine is full of debris. And as I mentioned, can't really get a straight up answer from Toyota what that is. Whether it's grit, whether it's metal filings, the engine blocks didn't get cleaned out properly, but they're failing. They'll replace the engine in the Tacoma, but any of their hybrid models, and hybrid means it's gas electric. Yeah. They won't replace that motor in the hybrid. Does that make sense to you? It's the same damn motor. Yeah, very interesting. And I heard an actual 100% Toyota tech share that, and he was not happy about it. He goes, and I agree with him 100%. Like, there's a mistake, you made the mistake. It's on your end. Now own up, fess up, and fix it, and apologize. People are losing money, losing time, and paying for vehicles that having to make the monthly payment and the insurance, and you can't use it. That's just not right. That is just not right. So you got to keep your oldies and treat it like it's the last one you're ever going to own. Grab yourself a copy of our Car Connection fleet maintenance system and take it serious, folks. Take it seriously. No excuses. I'm a woman. I'm older. I'm single. I'm widowed. It doesn't matter. The system is set up to assist any age group whatsoever. If you can make a grocery list and check off the goodies on there as you collect them into your buggy, you can follow the maintenance schedule. Making the excuse that you don't know is not an excuse anymore. It's time to take the bull by the horns and take it on. And you don't have to be overwhelmed whatsoever, because you won't. Because having the fleet maintenance system in your hands will be like having me with you. Because what are you looking at? You're looking at what I'm looking at. That's how I check our own vehicles over. The checklist. And follow the checklist. The instructions are in there. Simple and easy peasy. It's like 3 or 4 lines. Walks you through it. And the only difficult decision you need to make is, do I put the stickies on the back of it and stick it up somewhere, or do I use the magnets? That's pretty much it. Everything else is in there that you need. I've given you all the knowledge to help you from what I created in years and years of servicing fleet vehicles as a tech. It was not good if you missed something on a vehicle that was in your stall and it was a fleet vehicle. It did not go over good. So that's why I created a checklist, and I kept it in my toolbox so I could follow myself as I'm checking the vehicle out for service and maintenance and repairs, that I didn't miss something. Because I didn't want to get the call into the office and get read the riot act, if you know what I mean, or pointed to the door. So I just kept using that over and over again, and then I changed it to work on any vehicle, no matter whether it's a fleet service vehicle that's a car, a minivan, an SUV, a big truck, a mid-sized truck. It works for everything completely. So check that out. It's available on our website now for you to peruse, and you can also place an order. It's that simple. And that is all set up just for you. I work from the same checklist, so I couldn't imagine working without it, because I'd have to think about all those items all the time. I do anyway, but it's just a habit. But this is the thing that is going to save your bacon, is learning the basics on your automobile. Just the basics. And watch the YouTube videos and learn the components. Simple as that. Entertain yourself. We make it fun and easy and simple for you to follow along. I'm not building monster trucks or hot rods or anything. I'm showing you basic maintenance and upgrades when we're working on automobiles. How do we find what's broken, and how do we identify it's broken or it's going to be a potential problem, and then how do we fix it? Yeah, that's what you learn from the videos, the 5 things. And I keep it super simple. What it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and what you could have learned that would have saved you a lot of headache, heartache, and stress. Because remember, there's only 2 ways of owning an automobile. 2 ways to own a car: living in the unknown or living in the know. One creates a ton of stress and anxiety, and the other gives you total freedom and peace of mind. Which one would you prefer? And this is the lane that I've been carving out for 32 years, teaching you folks that are listening. So congratulations to you. You're one step ahead of the other guy. I've been carving this lane out for over 40 plus years now. So stay engaged with our YouTube videos. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're enjoying the videos but not subscribed, that doesn't help us. It helps you, but it doesn't help us to be able to grow and do even more than what we're doing now, and also to be able to stay ahead of the expenses to do so, and to be able to buy the parts, perform the labor, and shoot the video would be fabulous. To be able to not only supply the labor for free, but also to buy the parts to do the job. So that's our goal, is to help as many widows and orphans, single moms, single dads, families that are just struggling to keep their nose above the waterline. We're there, and we want to get bigger. We want to be able to build a muscle car every single year and raffle it off with the money going to local nonprofit faith-based organizations in our region. And to be able to do one a year would be an amazing blessing to those organizations that get no money outside of what they collect through small businesses and people like you and me. So I hope you get something out of that. May the 4th be with you, and keep your older vehicle going. How long? As long as you like. Mileage doesn't mean anything. So if somebody's trying to tell you, and I hear it all the time. In fact, it sounds most of the time like a freaking broken record, over and over and over again. Oh, why do you spend so much time on those older vehicles and you're putting money into them? Is it really worth it? Short answer, yes, times yes, plus yes, divided by yes, equals yes. Because even if you have something that's outside of warranty, it's going to break. And whose dime is it? It's yours. So now, if it isn't brand new off the lot today, it's old. This is how the logic doesn't add up. So if you have a 2-year-old car, it's no longer new. It's old. And there's all the things that are not covered by warranty. Every single wear and tear item on that 2-year-old car is not covered by warranty. So what's wear and tear? I'll give you a few items. Fluids, filters, belts, hoses, tires, brakes, exhaust, and many other components. Something you break, not covered. If it's defective because it was manufactured defective, then it'll get covered by warranty. If it's qualified as an item to be covered by warranty. And here's what I tell everyone. If you want to know what's covered by warranty and make it simple, look at the list of items not covered. No, wrong. Look at the list of items that are covered. And you'll go, wow, that's a really short list. Ding, ding, ding. You don't need to be concerned about what's not covered. Look at what is covered, and you'll be shocked. The list is extremely short. So what does that mean? The rest is on you. So if the vehicle's 2 years old, it's already old. Well, that's stupid, throwing parts at an old car. You see what I'm saying? These people need to think before they get dressed for Walmart. Yeah, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, that gave me a flashback. One year my mother sends me a Walmart calendar. Ladies of Walmart. I can't remember if that was the exact name, but every page was. Now I'm just having a complete flashback. I'm going, people dress like that when they go to Walmart? Come on. I don't go to the store very often. Yeah, my friend, when she's going, I'll say, can you pick me this up? Well, why don't you pick it up? I don't go in there. It's creepy. Yeah, it's creepy. And it's all from when my mother sent me that calendar. And I remember I looked through it, and then I sent her an email right away. I go, Mom, please don't ever send me anything like that again. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me, but don't think of me and send me another one of those calendars, all right? I can't get the visuals out of my head. So I leave you with that to laugh about today. Enjoy your Monday. The sun is going to come out no, not tomorrow. Possibly not tomorrow. We'll do tomorrow's forecast tomorrow because I think it's going to be wet tomorrow. So take it all in today. Drive safe out there. Keep it under 100 and stay in your lane. That's for sure. And happy, healthy motoring. Peace, patience, and kindness always. We'll see you tomorrow morning for another Motormouth morning drive. Bye for now.